Hey friend, welcome to my channel. It's time for a quarterly review and planning, and that should be enough said. Hello, if we haven't met before, my name is Michele, and I am a life and success coach, and I use my online business manager experience to help female entrepreneurs to achieve their goals, their visions, their dreams so that they can live a good life and have time to actually enjoy it. So, oh my goodness, quarterly planning. This is like one of my favorite things to do. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's just jump right in. Well, maybe not, because first things first, I want to make sure that you actually have enough time scheduled to be able to do a thorough review and planning session. So that's going to take you at least a couple hours. So if you don't have a couple hours right now, I'm guessing you probably don't. So I want you to grab the link here, put it in your calendar, and make sure you're blocking off at least 2 hours to be able to do this, preferably before the end of the quarter or like the first week of the second or the next quarter. Okay, perfect. Now you've done that. I want you to go ahead and grab a cup of coffee, maybe some water. I want you to have a timer handy so that you can use that. And I want you to turn off all the distractions because it's time to really get focused in on your online business. Okay, so I always have my clients start with reflection as well as myself. Like that's the first place I go to. Let's reflect on this last quarter, this last month, this last year, your whole time in business, whatever pops into your head, go ahead. Let's plan for that. Okay, so what worked really well? So what's worked really well in your business? What do you want to keep doing? Yeah, write that stuff down. Okay, now where's your areas of improvement? So what's the feedback that you have for your business that you know that you need to make sure that you are tweaking that a little bit so it goes a little bit more smoothly? Got it? Perfect. Now, what wins do you want to celebrate? And I want you to go ahead and celebrate those again as you write them down. Now, in between each of these chunks, go ahead and push pause and then take some time to actually dive in and do the work, do the writing. So 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever you feel comfortable doing. I don't want you to spend like the whole 2 hours reflecting. I just want you to take a few minutes to step back and actually just reflect on what you've accomplished and just the areas that are giving you a little feedback that you need to work on. Okay, perfect. What was your revenue goal that you had for this last quarter, or your revenue goal that you have from year to date? How are you on track? Like, are you hitting it? Did you hit your goal last quarter? Woohoo, I'm so proud of you. Good job. I knew you could do it. Okay, well, you didn't. What could you have done different so that you could have hit it? Was it anything that you could have controlled? Or were there things or situations outside of your control that just didn't allow for it? No problem. You have this next quarter coming up. It's okay. Great. Now you have that done. So your reflection is on your last quarter, month, year is all done. Now I want you to go ahead and do a mind sweep. Again, set your timer, pause the video, set your timer for 5 to 10 minutes. I say, actually, you could probably get away with just 2 minutes. It's not like you need to spend a lot of it, but I want you to do a mind sweep and get all of your thoughts that are distracting you out on that paper so that they're in a safe place and you don't need to worry about them while we're moving forward in the quarterly review and your next quarter planning. Okay, so what's your vision? Read it. Does it feel in alignment with you still? Like, do you feel like, oh yeah, that's my vision. That's exactly where I'm going. Because your vision that you wrote down when you first started your business may not feel in alignment to where you want to go now as you've matured as a business owner. So does your vision still feel in alignment with you? Great. Now I want you to write out your vision. What's your 3-year and your 1-year vision? If it's the same, no problem. Just write it out the same. Maybe you need to tweak it. However it needs to be, I want you to write your 3-year vision and I want you to write your 1-year vision. Okay, Perfect. I hope you paused the video. Now we're coming up to a next one. What is a vision that you have for the next 90 days? Now, this is where I really want you to get in and focus, because really tap into how you want to feel in your business for the next 90 days. Like, if you were to accomplish everything that you have on your heart right now in 90 days from now, how would you feel? Like, just really step into that in your body and feel how it would feel. Okay, pause it. Go ahead, get writing. Welcome back. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is our goals. What are the goals that you want to achieve for the next quarter, the next 6 months, the next year, whatever it is? You can do all of them. Just doing this 90 days is the only thing that I'm encouraging you to look at. You just may want to touch on what your 1 year goal is, and if you're actually this quarterly goal that you're setting for yourself right now, is that going to push you towards your 1 year goal? Because we want to make sure that the things that we're trying to accomplish are actually in alignment with our vision and with what our goal is that we're setting for ourselves. So, what do you want to accomplish for the next quarter, the next month? And what would make you feel like you were living that good life if you actually were to accomplish it? Okay, push pause, set the timer. Okay, the next thing, what do you want more of in your life and business? So if you were to do this every day, you would be on cloud 9. What is it? What do you want more of in your life and business that's going to make you feel like, yeah, this feels wonderful? Okay, got it? Perfect. What do you want to do less of in your life and business? I'm sure there's things in there. There's probably things that you're doing that probably you don't need to be doing that just drain your energy. So what are those? Go ahead and write them out. And then when we're doing our planning, those would be the things that we want to look at potentially outsourcing to somebody else that would not find it draining, and it would preserve our energy for the things that we need to do in our business, that as the entrepreneur are the only things that we can do in our business, and nobody else can do those for them, or do those for you, sorry. And what would make you jump up and down with joy if you were to actually achieve it, or have it happen, or come across? What would that be? Wonderful. Now, what are your top 3 personal, financial, and business goals that you have for the next quarter? I want you to take some time and think about it and write it down so that we can break those down and how you can actually achieve them. Okay, you got them? Now, this is the kicker. Like, this is the question when I ask my clients that I usually get the, ooh. The ones that have worked with me a couple times already know I'm going to ask them the question, and the ones that haven't ever had it before are like, So those goals that you just wrote down for your life, your business, and your finance, I want you to look at those and ask yourself, are you committed? Are you committed to those goals? And when I mean committed, are you so committed that you are willing to devote 2 hours a day to achieving that goal? Okay, now I want you to pull out your calendar. What dates do you need to plan around? So as you're working through your plan, because you'll reverse engineer your goal from what's the last thing to the first thing, and we want to make sure we're putting dates in there as well. So what are the dates that you need to work around? Exactly, like holidays, vacation, kid events, random days that you're going to be out of the office, appointments that you have scheduled. So we want to make sure that all that time is blocked off in our calendar for the next 90 days so that we can create space around that. Okay, and as I said, we're going to break down that goal into what and when you're going to do it. So who, what, when, and work backwards. And the what you're going to do. So if whatever your goal is, what was the thing right before that happened? So take that and then, okay, so in order for that to be done, what did you have to do before that? So just keep working right down the line. And then you're going to take, after you have all of the what, then go ahead and you're going to attach either the who, and then you're going to attach the when. Or if you're not sure the who yet, go ahead and attach the what and the when. So, but make sure you're working backwards. And the final thing, I believe it's the final thing, but we'll see, is your business pulse. So what are your numbers telling you about your business? Do you have a healthy, thriving business, or do you have some areas in which you need to work on and really focus on in the next quarter? Do you see those? Do you see what you want to improve? Do you see things that you want to celebrate because you just knocked it out of the park this last year, month, quarter, whatever you want to do? And if you're not keeping track of your numbers on a monthly basis, go ahead and do that now. Just go find your email subscribers, the visitors to your website, your profit numbers that you have. If you have a YouTube channel like I do, what are your YouTube analytics? Put all those numbers down so you know exactly what they are. Great. Now, look below this video because I'm going to put a link to my planning workbook. And in there, it has all of these points and areas for you to jot things down on so that you can really take a look at it, as well as the little grid for the who, what, and when that's in there for when you break down your actual goal into actionable steps. Thank you so much for watching, and I appreciate you. You have a great day.